Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Ashley J's, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ashley J. Today we are chatting about a topic that is relevant to tomorrow's holiday. We are going to chat about love. What else? Our topic today is, what does love mean? What does it mean? So, before we get started, please make sure you like and share this video. Also, subscribe to my channel, okay? So, let's jump right in. Everyone has some sort of idea about what love is. It means something different to all of us. And some of us might have a little difficulty with explaining the meaning of love. So that is where I come in, okay? So for me, love is an action word, it is a feeling, and it also describes my attachment to whatever it is that I love. Since we're talking about Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow, love actually, and the concept, I should say, of love is the love I have for my husband, romantic love. And our bond is so strong. We have a very strong bond that we established a little while ago when we were building our friendship. And we try to show each other love on a daily basis. We tell each other we love you. But love is so much more than just saying the words. You have to do it. You have to show it. And it could be something small, like, I don't know, making someone's lunch. Like I used to make his lunch every day for him. Also, you can show love by just a gentle pat on the back or a rub of the head. Something simple like that. For me, love, it encompasses everything. Just love is just very strong, and it shows commitment to the thing that you love, or in this case, the person that you love, because you can't love everybody, and everybody doesn't deserve your love. So whatever you are in love with, or whoever you're in love with, you're committed to them. Once you say those words, I love you, that's making a commitment. So let's talk about how the dictionary defines love. It defines love as an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something, feeling of a deep romantic or sexual attachment to someone. And I kind of believe or agree with that definition, because when we just look at what love is to a lot of people, those three sentences wrap it up for a lot of people. So when you're in love with somebody and you're showing an intense feeling of deep affection, like, that's part of what I was talking about with making a commitment with that individual, and a great interest and pleasure in something. This is more pertaining to something that you love, not someone. But you can use this, because when you have love for someone, you're taking an interest in what they find pleasurable. You take an interest in their hobbies. You take an interest in just who they are. And also a feeling of deep romantic or sexual attachment to someone. I mean, 9 times out of 10 these days, when you are confessing your love to someone, you guys are more than likely going to have sex. And that's another way of communicating your love for one another, through sex. That's the physical side of love. And like I just said, it's a communication. So it depends on your experience with love, what you believe is how you, it's your experience with love and how you define it from that experience. Now, the Bible says that one of the commandments that God gave us, or Jesus gave us, was to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Now, the problem with that is a lot of us don't know how to love ourselves. And matter of fact, a lot of us don't love ourselves. Like, I went through a period of time where I didn't truly love myself. So the concept of love, the meaning of love, tends to get distorted because of that. So the first place you need to start is trying to love yourself first. And you have to know who you are in order to love yourself. I feel like a lot of people have trouble with loving themselves because they don't know who they are. How can you love somebody if you don't know who they are? So you have to do things to love yourself in order to do things to get to know yourself in order to love yourself. So you want to spend time on your own, doing things by yourself. You actually, I used to do this. So I actually learned a lot about me by doing things by myself, like not having anybody around me that I know. Now, of course, if you're going to a public place, you're going to be around people. But what I'm saying is not using people that you know as a shield or a crutch for spending time with yourself and distracting you from getting to know who you are. And one thing you can do is self-care. You can, I did a video on self-care before, but you can say, go to the spa. You can go get a mani and a pedi. You can go get a bikini wax. You can go get a massage. Go to the salon. There's so many things that you can do for self-care. Matter of fact, take a nice hot bubble bath. That can help you with self-care because you're detoxing your body, you're winding down, you're getting back to the center of it all when you do these things. You can also take yourself out on a date. I did this also, and it's really not as scary as you may think. I had a good time on my own. It was not any man that I was interested in. I didn't show, blink little, bat my eyelashes or nothing like that. I was just out eating dinner and going to the movies on my own and getting to know me. And I learned some stuff about me. Like, I learned that I could keep myself entertained. I learned that and during that time, I didn't feel like I can do anything without a guy. But I proved myself wrong when I decided to take myself out on a date. I was a great date. And I feel like, what else did I learn? I learned that I'm resilient when I was doing these things. I learned that I'm actually really strong. There was a lot of things that I learned about me during this date. Also, you can write in your journal write in your journal a list of questions that you can ask yourself and answer them about finding out who you are. So you can ask yourself some questions like, what makes me happy? What am I doing when I'm at my happiest? What are my goals? Questions like that will help you to get down to know who you are inside. Once you do that, once you find out who you are, and if there's things that you don't like, fix the things that you don't like about yourself. But also, you want to, this will lead you to loving you. And once you love you, then you're open to love somebody else. Okay? So let's talk about the characteristics of love. So, You want to keep in mind that love does not define who you are. Let's start off by that. When you love somebody, that's not the definition of who you are. Once you have a clear understanding of yourself and your love for yourself, you'll understand that you don't need anybody else to validate your life. When you fall in love with somebody, it's going to enhance who you are, but it doesn't define you. I just wanted to make that clear. So, when you're in love, the characteristics of love are you express your feelings of love in both the physical and emotional manner. We kind of spoke on that when we were talking about the definition of love. Physical, you're hugging, kissing, petting, having sex. Emotional, you're being there, you're emotionally available to your partner, to your significant other. You are there for them when times are hard and rough and they need a shoulder. You're there for them then, and you're there for them when everything is great and you're celebrating each other. You also become less selfish and want to pleasure and satisfy your love. So when you're in love with someone, you cannot be just about you, because if that's the case, you're not really in love. You're in love with yourself, not somebody else. So you want to be unselfish with love. You want, when you're in love with the right person, and you want to be able to take pleasure and satisfy the person that you love. So taking pleasure in them, like I said before, taking pleasure in what interests them, taking pleasure in the things that they do, taking pleasure in just who they are. That's something that you do when you're in love with someone. And you want to satisfy their every need that you're capable of satisfying. That's what you want to do. You also want to become tender, compassionate, sensitive to your partner's needs. You need to have that vulnerability and openness to know, and understanding to know when your partner needs something. There's times when I can look at Tariq's face and see that something is missing and that he needs something. So I'll go to him and say, hey, what's going on? How was your day? What happened today? Give him a hug, or kiss him, or whatever the case may be. And it'll make him feel better, because I had the emotional intuition to know that he was lacking something and he needed something. And I tried to give it to him to satisfy that need. And also, you want to do things together. So those interests that your love has, or I should say your lover has, those interests that your lover has, you are going to want to try them out with them. That's an action. That's how you're showing that you love your significant other, just by doing the simple things that they want. Also, you want to share the things that you have, whether it's your space, your place, or your car. You're willing to open up everything about you to share with your significant other. Like I said, you're unselfish with love when you're in love. So opening up your space is one way you can do this. You positively share your personal feelings. You are not sugarcoating anything. You're not being manipulative. You're not doing anything negative. You are flat out sharing everything you can with your partner. And you also offer concern, comfort for your significant other's aspirations. So you're supporting them in what they want to do. This is part of getting to know one another, is finding out what your goals and aspirations are. So this is what you are going to do. You're going to be a comfort, and you're going to support them in their endeavors, and vice versa. Love nurtures the other person. When a mother loves her child, she's taking care of them. This is kind of almost the same concept, except you're not doing this with your child. You're doing this with your significant other, your partner. You're nurturing them. And, that's part of tending to their needs and getting to know who they are. Also, it has a positive effect on the other person's self-esteem. When somebody loves you, it does boost your confidence. It boosts your self-esteem. When you feel love coming from someone other than yourself, it's just like, hey, you know what? I am worthy to be loved. I am worthy of the affection that they show me. It boosts you up. Now, when you truly love someone, you aren't deceptive or misleading. Like I said before, you don't mislead your partner. You don't deceive them about your feelings. Love, you're very honest. You're straight up about what's going on. You take pride in what you each have accomplished, and it typically means that you are not jealous of the other person's success. So you're congratulating each other on the success that they have. You're also, what else? You're like, you know what? Go ahead, baby. If you want to go jump off the moon, I'm here to help you achieve that. That's what support is, and not jealousy when you're in a relationship. You also have faith in how each other's abilities, how you have let me start that over again. You also have faith in how each other's abilities to take care of each other's feelings. I'm sorry. That sounds crazy, but you're taking care of each other's feelings, and you have faith in your partner that they are going to do that. They're going to take care of your feelings, okay? The two of you should work on your goals together and make each other the priority in your relationship. You are each a priority, and you are working together to accomplish your goals. Also, you will also have to make choices together, whether it is a complicated or simple decision that needs to be made. You're working together to decide on where you want to go for dinner, or whether you're going to get an apartment together or a house together. These are all decisions that you make with each other. Love tends to make you feel like you can live with the things that make you uncomfortable about your partner. There are some things that I'm uncomfortable with, but I accept them because they're part of who my husband is. And the same goes for me. It's part of who I am. Like, he's messy, I'm not. But we've learned to work together and accept those differences in each other. And finally, you are both on the same page. So in order for you to have a strong love, or a good meaning of love, you have to be on the same page with each other. And that is something that's very important for a romantic relationship. This is what love means to me, and I want you to let me know what your ideas are about love. And I'm always I'm always willing to hear what you have to say. So you can leave a comment below. And and also I wanted to tell you, love is a major feeling that so many people have a hard time understanding. Some people are even confuse love with lust. So we have to know the difference between the two. Lust is being attracted to a person just off of their looks. It's not love. Love is being attracted to the whole being. And I also want to tell you, true love is so different, and it consumes your whole body. And it is such a wonderful feeling, though. It's a welcomed experience. So I want to thank you for watching my video. If I gave you something to think about, let me know on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at itsashleyjw. And also make sure you share this video, like, and subscribe to my channel. And hit the bell so you can be notified each time I make a new video. Until we chat again, bye.